Are we recording? Come up. Come true. Let's talk period. More specifically, sustainable periods. Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Janelle. I make videos on waist speeds, self-love, self-care, and overall discovering your inner goddess. So if those are subjects that you are interested in, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit the post notification bell. That's how you are notified when I do post new content to my channel. And with all of that being said, let's get into the video. Not quite sure if I need a disclaimer for this video because clearly the subject matter is already mentioned in the title and I've just said it in the beginning. We're talking about periods, so if that makes you uncomfortable, this is not the video for you and I'll see you in the next one. I already posted a video on my channel talking about the period products that I currently use. I no longer use the more conventional Always, Tampax brands because they do contain chemicals and pesticides and things that have been proven to make us infertile. If you are interested in seeing a video about the organic alternatives and the ones I prefer, I'm going to link that in the iCard right there so you can watch that after watching this video. In this video, I am going to just be talking about more sustainable method of keeping your period in check. There are biodegradable pads and there are tampons that have plastic-free applicators, but those aren't necessarily for everybody. Not everybody's comfortable with just applying the tampon without an applicator, and then those cardboard or paper applicators can sometimes feel very uncomfortable going in. Today's video isn't so much of an educational video as it is me just telling you my experiences and what I use to maintain my reusable period products. I don't use these things as often as I use the cotton and organic tampons and pads. I did get them because I wanted to get more into using a more reusable form, and also I am a kind of doomsday prepper. I kind of think of the worst case scenario, so I do want to have something as backup in case stuff hits the fan and we're not able to just easily go to the store and pick up some regular pads and tampons. As well as the fact that it is really good for the environment. I know free bleeding is an option for some people. It isn't for me. I don't feel comfortable with that. And I do not own any period panties. When it's that time of the month and I use the bathroom and I pull my pants down, I do not put the same pads back on no matter how much it is soiled or not. I don't feel comfortable putting that back on myself, so I don't think period panties would be a good option for me. Maybe it can be used as a backup for the cup, but I don't see myself just using those panties by itself. Okay, this right here is a wet bag. It's used to keep your soiled panty liners and pads once you've used them. So if you do use these out in public, which I do not, but if you do use them out in public, you can fold them back up and then put them in here, so when you do get home you can go ahead and wash those out. Inside is usually lined with a type of plastic so it doesn't get your bag soiled in any way. For anyone that's curious, inside this bag there are 3 different sizes of pads, and is it 3? Yeah, there are 3 different sizes of pads, and I can leave the link for it in the description bar if you're interested. I do have 4 different sizes because I bought these ones first, so I'll just tell you what the sizes are and what they are good for. Alright, so I'm here editing the video and I went online just to get the information so I can put that along the screen while you're watching, and I came across some information that made me realize that I have been wearing the pads wrong all of this time. So I'm still going to show the next part because the information is still important for anyone that does have colorful panty liners or pads. But when I first got the pads, they don't come with instructions and I did not read online how to wear them. The colorful part is supposed to go against your panties and the darker part is supposed to go against your skin. The first time I wore them, that's how I wore it because that's how I thought it was supposed to be worn. But as I wore them, they were sliding around in my panties, so I didn't think I was wearing them right. So I flipped them on the other side, so that water resistant part, which seems to still be absorbent for me at least, I've been wearing it like that and it's been fine. But just so you know, it's supposed to be the darkest side against you and the lightest side on the panties. But if you want to wear them like me and not have any problem with that, then you do what you do. But I'm just letting you know it's an update. I didn't want to just write it in there because not everybody reads. So it's here. You don't need to correct me. I'm correcting myself. I wear them that way. I'm not going to continue wearing it that way just because it's been working for me. So anyway, back into the video. For a more panty liner, light flow day, we have these pads here. They usually contain a fleecy material on the back. All of them are made differently, but they have a fleecy material on the back. It's a smoother, what material can you say? I'll put the name of the material on the front, and usually inside it has a Zorb or a type of Zorb or very absorbent fabric inside. Again, this is for a lighter flow day. Then you have more of a medium flow pad that comes with it. It's also made with the same thing. It's easy to fix to your panties because it does have this material that stops it from sliding, and then you do have buttons at the back to pop into place around your pad. They're comfortable and they do not slip. They'll just sit on your panties like that. So that's just the medium size, and this is a larger one, all made the same way. Now those three come in that bag, and then these I bought separately a few years ago, and I've used the heck out of these ones. These are nighttime. This is the nighttime size. So this one also fixes to your panties in the same way, and it doesn't move. This right here is a menstrual cup. It is used to enter inside you, so you fold it. You usually fold it. There's different ways to fold it, but I usually just fold it to a point. So it's like this. I pinch this area down. It makes a little circle, and then you're able to insert it in through your vaginal canal. And then once it's inside, it opens up and it sits right inside you under the cervix, and then you bleed straight into that. Once it is filled, you can go ahead and pull it out when you're in the bathroom. So this is your stuff. You'll just simply pull it out. If you don't feel comfortable having this, because I know everyone's cervix will sit differently. Some people will cut this off, and there are some rims, there's some ridges along here that you can grip onto. So you'll just pull this out carefully, and the blood will be sitting in here. You pour it out, you wash this off. You could just put it back inside. I don't do that. I usually just change them, and then I'll have a few that I use per day, because I don't use any of these things outside of the house. If I know I'm in a place where I have my own bathroom, they may be different, but if I am out in public, I am not going to use these outside the house. So this one's a Diva cup. Not my favorite type of menstrual cup. It's just a menstrual cup I have. I actually have a horror story using this one. I have different types of menstrual cups. This one was the first one I got. It is, I haven't used it for a long time, so it has a bit of stuff on it. But this one is, I think it's a Lily. Is it a Lily? I'll find the name, then I'll put it on there. I don't remember the name of this one, but this one was my favorite. It's a nice soft, like silicone material. The rim of it is really smooth. Did have I guess a longer, but then somebody came into my personal things, and it was a child, and snipped it. So I haven't used it much since that. Well, I haven't used it at all since that. And then I also have this one. This one is not my favorite. This is a Luna, right? So this one is a Luna cup. It is one of the top rated cups, but I personally am a big fan of that. The rim is a bit too hard when it's coming out, so I'm not comfortable with this. But aside from that, it is a decent cup. I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to introduce anyone that didn't know that these products were on the market to these products. Just speaking to women, I noticed that lots of them don't know anything about these kind of reusable pads and tampons or menstrual cups. And even if it's not something you want to use all the time, it is a good idea just to have them just in case. Like I said, especially in the times that we're living in right now, we don't know if it's going to be as easy just to pop out to the store and get your hands on some products that you need. Plus, they can be really expensive, and over time, due to inflation, things are just becoming more and more expensive, and it's a thing that we need all the time. So it is something that is needed. There are some countries that are looking into making those products free or even tax-free, but in the meantime, we do have other options. I do know there's an eek factor when it comes to washing your own blood out. For me, that wasn't a huge barrier. Growing up, I always had to wash my panties. That's nothing new. As I got older and having little leaks during my period, I learned how to get the blood out of my panties. Now, if you look at my pads, these have been used over and over again over the years, and there is not one stain. There is no discoloration. Look real close. I can show you another one. Look real close. There is absolutely nothing on them, and that's because I make sure I get to them fast. And I use the right method to get the stains out. So I'm just going to quickly go through what I use to make sure my pads do not stain. If you want a more detailed video, I can do that, but this is just going to be a quick run through of what I do if you are interested in these pads. Now, you're not always going to have enough time to wash your pads as soon as you take them off. So during that time of the month, if you do have a space in your home where you can keep a little basin, it could be this size, a bit smaller, larger, but this is a basin from the Dollar Tree. So you just fill it with some cold water, and then I use a little OxyClean. You can use another product that you may know of, but this is what works for me. Usually, you're gonna set about this much of the OxyClean in the water and have it set up. When you do take your pad off, if there's any clots on the top, yes, this is graphic, but if there are any clots on the top, you just want to remove those. You might want to rinse them off with some cold water. Then you get your pad, and you're gonna have your basin of water and your OxyClean, and you're gonna set it upside down. So the part where all of the blood is, you're gonna set it upside down into the water and leave it to soak. Now, you want to do that anytime you take your pads off for the day. You either going to do this every day or every 2 days. You're going to then take these out, wash these off. So any blood or anything that's sitting in there, you can get something to scrub it, or you can use your hands and just wash them off. And then you set them in your washing machine, pads alone, or if you have some towels or anything else that got soiled by the blood, you can also use those, put those in the washing machine if you don't want to waste water. And I usually just use this detergent or some Tide. I don't use Gain. Gain tends to have, I feel like Gain tends to set stains. I feel like that's just been my experience. So I just usually use either the Arm & Hammer, or I will use some Tide, and then wash them out on cold. And then take them out, set them out to dry. You can put them in the dryer also, but it does make it have, it does cause it to bundle inside. So these ones I have put in the dryer before, and it's a bit thicker. Let me see. It does cause it to be a bit thicker or bubbled up when it goes in the dryer, but you can just leave them to air dry on a rack. Another product that's really good to fight blood stains is this right here. I can't tell you exactly what ingredients are in here, and that's because she has no ingredients, because it's a secret. So Grandma's Spot Remover Laundry Spray, for any difficult stains, you can just spray this on there and you're good. And then also to wash your cups, there are actually steamers now. I have a specific pot designated just for these. So I take them off. Once I take it out, I wash it off, and I use this salt product. It's a cup wash. It literally just says cup wash. I wash this off and then set them aside to dry. Maybe later on that day or a day or two, I'll get all of them. I gather all of my cups together. I'll put them in my designated pot for these products. I don't keep that pot in the kitchen. I keep it in the bathroom with my menstrual products, and then I will boil them, set them out to dry, or I'll sterilize them. So boiling, sterilize them, set them out to dry, and then I'm good to go for another few days or for my next period. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any other questions, or if you want me to go in more into detail of these pads or how to clean them, I can show a demonstration of how to clean them. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe for more videos from me, like the video, share it, and until next time.